I've been playing gacha games for literally half of my life. Yes, I know that's sad. It all started with a game that's called Unison League. I used to play it on a little laggy Samsung tablet at the age of 10, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. From there, I grew up alongside the genre, consistently playing at least one gacha game throughout every period of my life since. There was a time where I was into so many gacha games that I juggle at least 10 titles at once. And yes, 10. If you know anything, literally anything about the gacha game process, trying to stay on top of dailies for that many is one of the most painful experiences that I can ever wish upon any human being. You should not do that. They're not made for that, genuinely. These days, I usually only stick to one game. Well, I guess I did only stick to one game up until a couple of weeks ago where I found this game. What if I told you that there was a gacha game where you take the role of a professional racehorse trainer and trained horses to win big championships? Now, what if I told you in that same exact game, instead of normal racehorses, they actually anime horse girls that double as racers and pop stars? Welcome to Uma Musume Pretty Derby. This has genuinely become one of my favorite gacha games of all time, and I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, the gacha system does not feel too predatory. What I mean by that is, essentially in this game, there's 2 different systems, right? You have your I guess card gacha, and you have your character gacha. The biggest thing that I'll say is the card gacha feels a little bit more important than the character, but I'll get to that later. The character gacha genuinely feels super nice. What I mean by this is I feel like I don't have to pull on any character. I just feel like all the characters are pretty equal for the most part. Like obviously you have your higher rarities and things like that, but this is one of those games where you can upgrade everybody to max level eventually anyway. I think that having that ability to make me feel free about pulling for characters that I like or don't like makes it so much more relaxing than having to pull for every single meta character. Now, I will say this game was released in Japan, and there's things that people will tell you about, I guess, pulling for XYZ, but most of that is just on the card side, or almost all of that I've heard about is on the card side. Now, cards in this game, which I guess is the second gacha thing that I was going to talk about. Cards, they essentially work as a way to enhance your training while you're training these, I guess, horse girls or whatever. And what'll happen is you'll have these meta cards apparently that come out. Like for example, there's a card that's been the talk of the town recently, I guess you could say, at the time of recording this. It's called Kitsani or Kitisan Black. That card, people talk about it like it's the holy grail, like it's gonna make you fly, like it's gonna do all this for you. Honestly, I don't give a damn about that card. Genuinely, I haven't even been pulling for the card just because I want the character that's on the character banner or the character skin. Pretty goated high key, but people will tell you, oh, you have to pull this, oh, you have to pull that. Genuinely, I don't feel that way at all. I've enjoyed every second of this game without ever theory crafting or anything like that. Like the game definitely has some deep complexities, but for the most part, I think if you just play this game with your brain off, high key, a lot of the time you'll have fun. I just have fun going through, training the thing or the horses and just like chilling. I think for the most part, you really have to consider though, when you look at gacha games, what actually makes the gacha game fun. Is it the game or is it the gacha system? Because there's definitely been times where I genuinely just play a game just to pull on things. Like I don't actually care about the gameplay at all, but I care about the characters and who to pull on and things like that. This is not one of those games. Honestly, with all honesty, I think one of my biggest reasons for enjoying this game so much is that I don't feel pressured or stressed out that I have to pull for XYZ unit or card. I can just have fun on the game. Reason number 2, this game's training system is really cool. To explain that in the best way possible, essentially during each derby or set of races that you have to do, there's time periods where you have like gaps in between each race. Essentially, you have to train your racer to be the best racer in that small time period, and you have to upgrade a set of, I think it's 5 different stats. I think it's speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. You essentially have to just go through, make sure that they're as prepared as possible. Now, the thing that's really cool about this is they combine chance with the increasing of stats. So sometimes you have like a rest system to make sure that your horse or whatever is well rested. Essentially, you'll have to continue like locking in and taking a nap or making sure that they're happy and stuff like that before the race, while balancing also training. The less rest or energy your horse has, the worse they might do with training, and you might just fail the training overall, which could end up in them being hurt or just inconveniencing you. And it gets to the point where sometimes you feel really greedy because you'll see that you really need these stat points and time is cutting close. But if you fail, you're like cooked. You're like cooked. And I think it brings this really nice balance to the game where you're just like, wow, that's goated. I did that. You know what I mean? Like, I trained my horse to be the best horse they could be in this time period. Or, oh man, I could have done a little bit better equalizing my stats a little bit more, things like that. Reason number 3, the last thing that I'm going to talk about, the characters in this game are so cool. Now, at first, I thought I was not going to like this game. I was a little bit reluctant to play it, but honestly, I try out almost every new gacha game that comes out because maybe it is the spark. Maybe it has the method. This one really left an impression on me because initially I thought the menus were cluttered and everything like that, but I kept seeing things on social media talking about, oh man, this game is so good, etc, etc. I was like, something has to be good about it. My first racer is a character called Tokai Teo. I kind of went through without having the 2x mode on. I went through and I really listened to all the dialogue. I read the storyline, I understood the aspirations of the character, and I was like, wow, that's goated. And I really had my whole heart on the line. Like, I really wanted to win my very first playthrough. And I didn't, and that crushed me. That really did crush me. I was like, damn, there's no way I just let this character down. And I know it's a little bit weird to do the whole, it's not a real person, etc, etc. Well, that's not the point. I felt that I was a trainer of X entity, and I failed that entity by not giving them the power that they needed to succeed. And from there I was really hooked because I was like, damn, I really want to win at least this first derby. I still haven't won the first derby from today, but each character has this really cool, intricate storyline where it's like they have their own goals and motivations and they want to do certain things, and they all have different personality types and designs, and it's like, it just feels good to have these characters and be like, wow, they're goated. But yeah, overall, I think the game is pretty stellar. I'd say definitely. If you haven't, or if you were on the fence about it, thinking about it at all, try the game out because I really like this game. And it's really bad that I do because it's such a weird concept, but I really enjoy this game, and there's not much that I'd like really compare it to. Like, it's something unique that I haven't seen before. So if you want to try something unique, if you want to try something new, if you want to just get a breath of fresh air with the whole gacha game industry, I feel like we've gotten a lot of the same nowadays, but this game genuinely changed it for me. It's reignited my little spark to, I guess, just have that level of happiness with it. But yeah, just try it out if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy Say. Have a nice day. In the wild, crocodiles. See you boys later. Alligators. Peace.